On today's episode, we're plumb out of carts and how not to get electrocuted with Light a Fire Studio. So here I was, ready to rock, and well, the welder arrived in non-working condition. It turned on and everything, but I'm glad I caught this before I went any further, because this could have resulted in someone's electrocution or a studio fire. Quite horrible. I'm going to focus in here. This is so you can switch between positive and negative based on those two terminals, depending on your process. As you can see here, I've already unscrewed this little nut, whatever you want to call this stupid thing. And when they put it on, they probably used some sort of pneumatic tool or electric tool, and they completely severed the casing. I mean, that is bad. And this was shoved in there, and it could have made contact right here with the casing, with the housing, which would have been disastrous. So, we're going to make some minor repairs and hopefully make our first MIG welds with this thing. Well, there you go. Knowing a thing or two about electricity in this business is probably in your best interest, and I've done a few repairs in my day, let's just say. It's not ideal, and I'm sure the company would have wanted me to return it to the factory, but I don't have the time or the patience for that. I came here to weld, people. I sure hope that the rest of this cable's intact. I really can't see in there too well. I don't know. They made it all so gosh darn hard to see. Anyway, I'll do a little more inspections here. See if I find any more damage in the wire. It's not looking great right there either. Where the nut on the inside was. And hopefully we'll fire this thing up. I didn't want to waste too much time with it, so we got our 8-pound spool, which they had labeled backwards, so the label's actually on the other side, but I'll just take a Sharpie and write what wire I'm using. This is 030 solid core. We're going to be running 100% CO2, and so far that's the tension I've got. It's just above a 4 there. We've got our 0.8 roller in place. We've got our wire coming out. And now we just need to, we got our gas hooked up, got a regulator over there, and now we just need to put on the torch. They also sent this cool little sticker, which I know a lot more companies are starting to do. They either print it on this door, that's your wire door, or they're sending these cool stickers. Tells you everything you need. So we're going to be doing something in the 18 gauge range with 100% CO2. And that's going to be 15 volts, 50 amps, and 140 inches per minute. We'll see if the Synergetic can do it. And if not, we'll mess around with the manual. There's all your other electrode settings. Like I said, we got this guy all repaired. Looks pretty good. We got our heavy duty, high temp electrical tape on there now. I don't know if you can see down in there, but I'm hoping there's no other damage to that wire. Right there. Anyway, doesn't want to focus. So let's do some welding. What do you say? All right. Yeswelder 205DS-B up on here. We got gas. We got flow. Was it good for you? Like it was for me? Hey folks, welcome back. We're on day 2 of the welding cart build. We welded all the bottom frame together, and now we're going to put the rest of the wheels on. I just did a real quick one just to make sure I like the way that it was looking and spinning, and yeah, I think it's gonna be nice. Now these are just some casters that with a ball bearing. And yeah, it's some kind of galvanized steel, but it welds on there just fine. You do want to clean some of this off so that you're not sucking those fumes. And, it'll give you a cleaner weld anyway. So we're just going to hop through and ticky-ticky-tack. This is going to be rather tedious. I'm just going to sit here and put all these wheels on, and if you want to watch, that's fine. If not, skip ahead. It's just going to be a lot of repetitious welding. I took this opportunity to really mess with the settings, to try to dial it in, because I still wasn't feeling like I was getting it every time, you know? It could have been the dissimilar materials, but, yeah. At one point I had the fan going too, so, of course, I blew off my shielding gas. Keep that in mind, people. That shielding gas is important. They use it for a reason. Well, that was dirty. That was a down dirty dog of a weld right there. Can't say I liked it at all. I don't know. Globby, slobby, slippery do. A little better. Shoot. Don't know, folks. It's just a learning curve, new welder. You know? That looks like shit. But they're not all bad. It's time to put on the front of the cart. And really, I'm just gonna eyeball this whole thing. Because, you know, why not? Janky is my middle name. remember what I always say, measure 500 times, weld once. You know what? Do your tacks a little bit smaller, and you'll see here at the end I had to bend it with the hammer a couple times, but if you make smaller tacks, it's not a problem to just bend things into place. Try not to crack those tacks. Just wanted to point out real quick, we made all the cuts for this cart with these 4.5-inch grinder cutoff wheels. I get mine at Home Depot. I can't remember how much they were, but I'm not sponsored or anything. They're good wheels.
Alright. More welding. Yay! Welding. I don't have any trouble with that. That makes pretty. A gold bullet right there. I might have got the settings finally.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Just for future reference, we are at 90 amps, 17.5 volts, inductance of 4. Let's just go over it real quick. Inductance of +4, hot start 4, RN 4, burn back 2, RN 4. I don't know if that helped, but it's welding better.
Could this be the sweet spot? Inductance. Increasing the inductance will also increase the arc time and decrease the frequency of short circuiting. I've heard it also lays the pool a little flatter, but hot start is normally used in stick welding. It increases the current to blast through rust and deepen the penetration at the start. It seems to help with this MIG welder as well. RN. It's the speed at which the wire is initially fed before it contacts the workpiece. Run-in speed is slower than the wire feed speed, and having that feature will help the arc start and will also help prevent burnback. Which leads to burnback time. It's supposed to push a little extra wire out after you release the trigger.
Okay. Going pretty well. No work and no play makes pretty its own boy, huh? Like someone trying to take me. Welcome back. So, as I'm fond of saying, blame the welder, not the welder. Okay? Because I think I finally got it dialed in, and if there's any flaw in these welds, it's my fault. So, they're really not looking too bad, though. I think we finally started to get it. Alright, so I got a little carried away. Sorry. I was having too much fun, and I was finally starting to get this welder to work right. So I kind of put everything together off camera, and then I just kept welding and welding. And the old MiG 205, that thing can weld. All right, so what we did is we added this piece right here to both sides, and then another piece of angle across the top, And we gave it a little tilt-a-roo. That way, we can create a stanchion. Well, stand, rather. We've got some cleanup to do, but you get the general idea. Now, we're just going to weld a couple of bars across here. From here to here. Maybe down here. I don't know. Maybe at the halfway point. And that's pretty much it for the old cart. Throw our tank on there. Welder. Fantastico. Came out pretty good. I don't know. We might paint it. Maybe not. Just let it be natural. See you in a minute. Alright, so we're on our final day of the cart build because it's pretty much done. It's ready to be done. All we did is we added this bar right here just to give it some structure. And you know what? That made it. That was enough. I was going to do something here.
Look, are you just fiddling around with me or what?
I just want you to feel you're doing well.
But I might add a shelf later, so we'll see. But I did a little natural wood oil soap on these panels, on these shelves, and we added this cool little handle, not only as something to move it around the shop, but we can wrap all our cables and things around it too, so give it a little bit of an angle so it'll hold stuff. And then yeah, that's it, man. We are done. Not too shabby, Freddy boy. That'll do.